Good morning, everybody. So, striking news, can't find my thermos flask. So, I've only got one cup of coffee. Not to worry, to get me through the entire stream, so I'm going to have to order a new one. So that's the first thing. Oh, it looks like we've got a few people here. Hi, Zed. Hi, Stallion. Right, very good. I think we're doing some splurging this morning. I don't think we are. It's going to be timed. So I wonder who's sitting in front of the computer with their Ableton Live Logic Pro open. Oh, there's Rough Guitar Studio. Hi there. How are you doing? Rough Guitar Studio, in case you haven't done it before, would you mind subscribing to my YouTube channel as well? Give it a subscription for me. So I'm building the numbers up there, and I think YouTube is my, well, I know YouTube's my platform of choice. Oh, there's Graham. Hi, Graham. Right. Have some of my coffee. So it's been an interesting week, attempting to work on content. Not all of my kind of stuff came off this week, I must admit, but not to worry. And then a ton of guitar playing. Yeah, so it doesn't cost anything, you just, so it's Tim Hutch UK on YouTube, and you just hit the subscribe, and then there's a notification thing, you can hit that as well, and then it'll tell you when I'm live, you know. I'll just turn this heater off. Got all the mod cons in here, heating, you know. And it's still cold here in the UK. It's ridiculous. I thought April was meant to be warm, you know. It's a very British thing, isn't it? Complain about the weather. And trying to get your headphones look right with your hair. Which mine don't today. So yeah. No, it's great YouTube. As long as in moderation. As long as you're not spending your life on it. Unfortunately, I've been spending a little bit too much because I have to like research on it, and it's not been great. It does it saps your creativity in one way. For music, anyway. But I've been watching some cool stuff. So really, just anybody who doesn't know what a splurge is, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes and just try and make anything a piece of music without any judgment. So that's going to be interesting because I've been splurging, but I haven't done any really timed ones for a while. So you never know. One of you might even fire up your computer and join in. Right, let's have a look. Oh, the other thing is I've slightly adjusted the camera angle slightly different. I'm never happy. So I've redone that so it's a little bit more. I think it's even more engaging. So I think I had to get it at eye level because it was a bit lower. Because what I'm trying to do is compensate for the guitar shot, my shot, and having the background in. It's a tall order getting all those three things right. So I thought it would be a good idea just to prioritise me for a change. Yeah, you're right. I should support you even with a subscription, but the pace at which I can earn money from my work discourages me a bit. Yeah, no, the subscription on YouTube is free. Yeah, so don't worry about that. It's not going to cost you anything. I don't expect anybody to pay for anything when it comes to me coming on here in the public and doing stuff. So no, that's perfectly all right. Rough Guitar Studio, that's cool. It's all here, engagement. This is all meant to be completely free of charge, and of course something of which I'll do my best job at doing. The structure of how I'm doing things at the moment is so the stuff that I do free, as you know, is the YouTube. People can use the channel, like these morning sessions, as a resource. So, like, if you wanted to talk about anything to do with music, not just like plugins or EQing or anything at all, especially the mindset sort of stuff. So, in a game of music things, I'm all ears and here, and if I can help, I will help. And the way I'll help is through coaching. So usually through questioning as much as I can anyway, because I know we're on chat. So that's how that kind of works, and that's entirely just nothing. All you got to do is turn up, really. So if you're here on the live, that's free. And then the time where the money comes in is if you want coaching, right? So you can have a one-to-one coaching session, and I'm charging $75 for that. At the minute, I wouldn't say it's an offer because I'm just going to run it forever, but it sounds like an offer that you can join a coaching group for $237 a month. Now, the cool thing about that is, and it's a maximum of 4 people, all right? So you're in a group of 4. And basically that's 2 hours every week with me, and I guide you through various sort of music making activities that will give you insights into where you're at and how you can overcome things and become prolific and write tons and tons of music, and it works like a dream. So that's the coaching groups. Now the other thing about the coaching thing, because a lot of it can be counterintuitive, and if it doesn't work, mind you, I haven't come across anybody I've had to refund, right? But if you had to be refunded, I'm happy, like after a month, to just give you your money back. If you think, God, I hate this isn't for me, then that's entirely fine. But I can, I would never guarantee, because you just don't know who's going to come along 100%. But I can almost guarantee that you would get the results. Everybody who's come onto the coaching program with me has had the results and does release music and is very happy as a creative individual. They're there in the studios making music, and some of them, one of them who's on here, Z Arcade there, he I don't know, he makes so much music, it's incredible. Brilliant. Right. Okay. So that's the coaching thing, and then the one-on-one coaching, and that's about it. And then I have a GoPro group as well. So if anybody wants to, and basically the GoPro the GoPro group, that's a new thing. So that's a new program I've developed, and that is basically all about going pro. And what I mean about going pro is actually making money out of your music, quitting your daytime job, and just being fully like, having music as your business. That's the GoPro group. Probably not for the faint-hearted, but again, it works wonders, So that's the plug. Oh, and then the other thing is we've got just me. And there's a YouTube channel. So I'm slowly putting resources together for the YouTube channel of just various things that come to mind that I think are interesting, that are helpful. And there's no sort of like priority order in which I'm filming things. It's just actually to do with like what I feel like I'm doing. Hi there, Koi12345. Thank you very much for that subscription. No, for the follow. Thank you for the follow. That's amazing. If you can subscribe on YouTube, so Tim Hutch UK, that would be amazing as well. And again, if you want to join in with the conversation, feel free. But I'm going to start making some music in a bit once I finish this coffee and wake up. So last week was right. So I tried to edit the 4Cs, which I did live on the video, but it just absolutely didn't work at all. There was no context really at all, and it was totally random. So I'm going to do that again. So I've just nearly finished the process of scripting it. So I'm going to do 4Cs again. So the 4Cs was just about the learning process and how we make a commitment. We have to have courage to get new skills, and then when we have new skills, we get confidence, through using those skills, and then we go back to the beginning and learn something new. And I'm sort of relating this to the context I want to relate it to is I'm not saying I'm old, but there might be other people who think, oh, I'm getting on a bit, I can't be bothered to learn something like really new. So, for example, I always go like economy picking, hybrid picking, doing those very core foundational technical things to then start learning them and build them into your playing is quite an undertaking. Or it might be just setting up a studio, just getting a laptop and some software and making some music. And it's something you really, really want to do, but you think, no, I'll never do it because I'm too old, I'm too busy, I've got family, I've got all this kind of stuff, right? Well, the 4Cs is just a great way to know where you are in the process of actually learning something. And it has given me a little bit of comfort and support, because I realise when I'm, once I've committed and I start doing the thing that basically is difficult, and you need courage to push through, because when you're learning something, it's awkward, it feels uncomfortable, there's doubt, there's uncertainty, and I think like the older you get as well, because time potentially is running out, and you start, it starts to become harder to think into the future, and it becomes more about the past. You feel like things are like too much of a time commitment, and that you don't have enough time, or even worse, right? What if it doesn't work? Okay, and this is one of the great fears of music, isn't it? If I learn something and it doesn't work out, I'm not going to get my time back, and that's true. But it always does work out. Hi, Sean. So do you think, right, okay, do you think anything will change in terms of earning money on, for example, Twitch? We will only have paid SMS as support. Well, for me, my concern isn't sort of what monetization I can get directly from YouTube or Twitch. I think for me, it's reward enough that people turn up and spend their valuable time sitting in front of in their rooms, looking into my room. The thing that I am concerned about is coaching. Basically the music coaching group, GoPro group, one-to-one coaching, and guitar lessons as well. So those are my 4 things that basically that make money, and the way that I kind of get money into that is by people watching me on here usually, and then email me and saying like, can I join the group? I want to make loads of music. I want to try it out. So that's how it works. So and I really don't like the idea of sort of like YouTube or Twitch becoming your main earner, because you're a slave to them then. I mean, that's got to be the worst employer ever, isn't it? Because they could just go, we're shutting everything down, boom, you're gone. That's it overnight. There's no real comeback, so it's like instant sudden death, isn't it? You could lose your channel for whatever reason, and it does happen. So I don't, something like that, if it was your main income, would really, really worry me. I don't think, especially when you've got a family that you're supporting, that I would be able to sleep at night that well on that one. And I do love to sleep well for the limited time that I do get, yeah, I want to be tucked up in bed, and I want to be, that's it. Got to get my rest. Not awake thinking about YouTube or Twitch. But they're absolutely excellent platforms, and I am interested in, to some degree, monetizing YouTube a little bit, but not as a primary focus. So I think, in short, I wouldn't really know about paid SMS, because I wouldn't be concerned. I'd be more concerned in building something off that, And actually, doing the content videos has worked really well, because that's been doing the 3 videos that I've got. I wouldn't count the first one, because that's more about what it is. But they have brought subscribers in, which is really good, quite rapidly for me. I mean, we're not talking big numbers like 50 or something like that, but that's quite decent over the last sort of few weeks, 3 weeks. And I haven't had any lives with Thomas or anything like that, which usually is what builds the numbers up. I mean, these lives here that I do, this is just for a very select few people, and then a few people who'll turn up and watch them, But I'm going to try and structure the lives a little bit more again. So we've got like some sort of a theme. So today is the theme of splurging. That's for sure. But yes, that was a good question. I like that. And there's Sean. I did say hello, didn't I, Sean? What have you been up to, Sean? Anything interesting? Probably lots of guitar practice, I would imagine. You'll be working on something. Alright, good. Right, yeah, because when I wake like at this time of the morning when I get up and do these sessions, I'm still in the dream state, and I can't speak properly, which is great, because it's good, isn't it, for ideas. You've just finished a split, so you can do another one. We're going to do some time splurging and lots of practice. Brilliant. Can you say what you've been practicing for a bit of a motivator for me? I want to know what you've been practicing. Yeah, I have thought about interviews. Oh, yeah. Because I think I'd ask really good questions. But who would I interview? Yes. And I'd have to set it up, wouldn't I? That'd be tricky. Improv and challenge my fretboard knowledge. Very good. It's an interesting one, fretboard knowledge, because really, basically, you have to come at it a number of ways, don't you? So if I've got to give it an order of priority, it would be pentatonic scales in all positions. Then it would be the hexatonic scale. So visualizing that one super handy note. And I'm just saying this like this is in terms of just getting going. Like a baby cow being born out of its mother. How it quickly walks. If you want to quickly walk and improvise, right, and play over anything in it with relative safety, then pentatonic scale is going to work, isn't it? Because you've got basically the chord tones there. You've got root, third. You've got a fourth, which is like your tension one. If you start a phrase on the fourth, it's like keeps people on the edge, and then you can resolve it to root or fifth, and then we've got a seventh as well. But then if we add a ninth in, so if we're in the key of A, because there's no sharps and flats, and we add a B, and that gives us that ninth, and that's wonderful for like neo soul. And then of course we can make it into a blues scale for a little bit more groove to it all, and then that's the flat five, which is just flat five's an interesting note because actually you couldn't think of playing a note that would be more out of tune if you could possibly try, but it does work wonderful, and it teaches you how to use passing notes. So that would be my first port of call. But the hexatonic scale's like amazing when you think about it, because you've got 5 notes plus 6, so that is your 7 notes, isn't it? No, sorry, that's your 6 notes, so we're only missing 1 note, and that's what people call, I'm not sure, I mean, I do beat it up a little bit, but the avoid note, and it can be the note that sometimes, a lot of the times, just makes you sound, that just sounds flat and uninterested. So it's in a major, so if we're in A minor and we're in C, the void note would be F, and it would also be in the minor, it would be the minor sixth, which would also be F in A minor. So it's particularly, I find it very jarring, like in a minor key, in a natural minor. Oh God, sometimes like when I think about it, I can't then start landing on it, and I hate it. So the minor 6 is a bit of an avoid note, and I find if I leave it out, I get a nice, very sort of like, oh, everything's melodic and everything sounds like fitting, you know. And then what do I do? And then just knowing intervals and recognizing them in your head. So how does a minor third sound? How does the ninth sound? How does a major seventh sound? How does, you know, and then there's certain intervals that like I'll make friends that I'll be going to, like I love fifths and I love sevenths and I love like fourths, like things that jump about with those notes. Probably because my ears, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a jazz fusion person, but there's certainly a little bit of fusion things kicking in. All right. I wonder what will come out of the merge of Adrian Blow and Steve Vai. God knows. Be interesting though. I'll be I wonder when they're getting that together. Sounds very corporate, that, doesn't it? The merger. Do we have mergers of musicians? Yeah, I was just talking about fretboard knowledge there, wasn't I? Right. Okay. So let's do some splurging. Oh, you use a translator. All right. Cool. So, having said that, who would be interested in a fretboard knowledge session? We could do one of the lives and we could talk about fretboard knowledge. if you want. That's something I can do. And I can use some backing tracks as well. For sure. All right. Okay, because it's a subject I'm very fond of, fretboard knowledge, Sean, because it is important. Right. Okay. Let's get now. I've got this view now working. Hey, what do you reckon of that? And then I've got this one. Right. So we've got a couple of different things on the go. And then okay, there we go. All right. So still getting used to Ableton 12. What have I got? Right, let's go for it. Before we do though, I'm just gonna pick one little backgroundy thing, because I'm feeling very uninspired, to be honest. So let's just find something. Let's try that. Bit of something to rattle in the background. Alright, let's see what we can do in 10 minutes. Here we go. sounded quite good. And one last thing, and I think the timer's gonna go, or it has gone. Great. All right. So far. Oh, Chozilla's here. Excellent. On right. Ticking sounds very cool. No need to beat the clock. That's for sure. Excellent. We've got some flames there. Let's catch up. Oh, right. Yes, the DSP logo. I'll switch it on. Oh, I've zoomed in there. Wonder why. Has it appeared? There we go. Play. Happy? Right, right. So the reason I take it off is when I'm filming content, because everything's just done here, just for the sake of editing. And if I've got to do a zoom, then I take it off. But I'm fully branded now, back to being corporate. Okay, so. Now, because I haven't got a thermos flask and I've only had one coffee, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to leave the stream for 2 minutes, right? And I'm going to quickly make a coffee, right? Let's see how long I can do this for. How long it takes. Is that all right? I hope it is, because I need another coffee. Yeah, they are, yeah. Because you don't know who's watching, rough guitar. So you've got a point. Right. Okay. So I'll just mute the sound. I'll be back in a minute, right? Yeah. I'll not be long. But just have a look around the room. Check out the wavy cat. I've got a waving Chinese cat. You see, it's attention to detail. So you can check that out, and then we'll do another splurge. We'll sort this one out, and then move on. Okay, back in a second. That was quick, wasn't it? Right, okay. So let's do. Oh, hi Max, how you doing? Yeah, musical diet. Um, all right, so let's can let the loop run. I would, but it might bore everybody. So, look, what we're gonna do is I'll just tell you what I was thinking when I was doing that. So initially I thought, oh god, this is like a really stupid idea. It's a bit like free writing. So that's usually the first thing. It's like, what a ridiculous idea this was to then tell everybody, because you couldn't think of anything else that you would do 10-minute ideas, splurges, right? That was the first thing. And then I realised, right, I'm in this, can't back out. So I need to think of something. So in my head, because I felt then under pressure, I need to come up with something, half decent. What do I do? And I have no ideas. So the first thing is always I grab one of those backgrounds, okay, because it gives me something musical to respond to. And I didn't actually even clock what key it was in. I just put the background in and then just played. That's why I went onto the piano here, because I just wanted to quickly. I didn't want to figure out what key it was there, trying to like log it onto D minor or stuff like that, because it was just far too clunky. So I just went on the keyboard, figured it out. We're in sort of D minor ballpark, and that was it. And then all I had to do was play a bass line over it, and that was it. Sorry, not the bass line, the lead melody. So then I went for another lead, like a little lead line, and that was simply because it gives me even more to play with. And then it was just a question of putting the bass line, and that then gives me a chord structure. So really, the way that I'm thinking is the stuff that's less designy I'm putting right at the back of the process. So the thing that I did last was actually the drums. I did think for a split second, right, these are like the drums that I always start off with, and I thought maybe I'll change to a different kit. But then I thought, at the end of the day, does having a different drum sound, right? Okay. Is that going to be a deal breaker for when I come back and listen to this song? Because I can change the drums anytime. Right, that's not a problem. So the drums felt that was going to be more of a craft kind of thing. However, before I even got to the drums, I went to the interest channel, which is like the percussion channel, because I had more chance of finding something that would be interesting. So I'm always looking at the sort of I don't know, the X factor, the thing that's going to add a little bit of difference to it, rather than just putting a hi-hat on there. So I went for some interesting type percussion, and then I did the drums, so it was in that kind of order. Now, if I'd run out of time, okay, it would have meant there wouldn't have been any drums on, and at the end of the day, those elements wouldn't be a deal breaker if whether I carry this track on, because what do I need to hear in an idea to know if it's any good or not? I think like a melody and some sort of progression, either done through chords or bass, would pretty much get me there. And then after that, I was just able to, like, with the little bit of time I had left, I was able to double up, come back, and stick a quirky vocal on it. 10 minutes is the time frame. However, I'm going to spend a couple of minutes now just putting these two ideas together, not in a structure, just so I can hear them next to each other in the arrange page. We've got hi Brontron Music, how you doing? Excellent. And then so for the people who are watching on Twitch, if you can come over to YouTube, Tim Hutch UK, and give me a subscription. It's obviously free of charge for those of you who don't go on YouTube, but I'm sure everybody does. If you can just subscribe to the channel, totally free, of course, and then maybe get the notifications, that would be absolutely brilliant if you could do that, because it's the channel I'm building up at the minute. But it's great to be, have people from Twitch as well. Excellent. Thank you, Brandon. So it's Tim Hutch UK, I think. We'll get you there on YouTube. Amazing. And I am putting content up on there now, so it means you can catch it. Oh, Rough Guitars put it there. There we go. Thanks. Thank you. All right, let's have a quick look at this. All right, and then all I'm gonna do is so this is one way you can process your splurges, I suppose. Just gonna move this out of the way. Right, that. I'll tell you a song, believe it or not, I was singing the other day. Right, and it sounds wicked on acoustic guitar. Was Enjoying the Silence, Depeche Mode. What a tune that is, right? I really love the way it has like that little kind of drum break. I'm just going to put a little reminder to myself here. Just has a little 2-bar thing, doesn't it? Before it goes into the verse. So what I'm doing is I'm almost doing this visually. And I'm actually thinking, all right, let's do a little pop structure kind of thing here. It's like the idea of shorter songs that have a lot happening, maybe. Like this. Maybe we'll have like a little double chorus like that. And that'll do for now. That probably goes on a bit. Okay, and that's it. That's the splurge done. And I've got, when I come back and listen to it, it's all there, isn't it? Now I need to save. And then we'll bounce it out and then move on to the next thing. Yeah, oh, where's my mouse gone? Yeah, so I've kind of put that in. I've put like a little section, and then we can get a guitar out on one of the sessions, and then just splurge a load of solos on it and see what sticks. Admit it. Who already plays solos? Good question. Could it be a collaboration? I don't know. You never know. There's always somebody who wants to do something. That's for sure. And I'll definitely want to do a solo. And Thomas will definitely want to, if he likes it. Yeah. Jumps. For me, shorter songs, yeah. That's how we're going. Yeah, so we're going back in time, aren't we, to the 60s, where songs 50s and 60s are like just 2 minutes long, and that was it. Verse, chorus, done. We'd have a lot of changes in them. Those were the days. Right, I'm gonna bounce this out. So just talk amongst yourselves. Hopefully it won't take too long, and I'll do my guitar practice while this happens. Nearly there. Right, I think we're done. Now, what will happen now is Ableton will crash because there's something going on. Might not actually on this one. But I think what I'm going to attempt to do. So we're saved there. So I'm going to open up another template. Right, let's see what this does. Right, we'll try again. It'll probably open this time. If we're lucky. Let's see what it... Aha. Okay, we're good. And I'll tell you what, we'll get rid of that. Speed things up a bit. Yes. It's so good. It's like, I love that sound. Yeah. I don't care about the CPU now. Let's get some drums on this. Feels a little bit slow. What's that like? Right, 10 minutes splurge, here we go. And... the first bit. I'll take those first 4 bars. see what I've done there. Okay. Weird chords, but I'll go with it. Not sure about that harmonic minor thing going on there. So, that's actually, it's not my favourite key to play in that, to be fair. Phrygian. And you would have thought, rough guitar, you're right, that sticking an A, not an A sharp, an A flat in would be alright. But it's not. So wins, problems and opportunities, that's one, is just, I need to just do a bit of planting work on my picking. Because I think there's a little bit too much travel in it. It's a lot better. Oh, for the bass, yeah. So that's one thing. Having said that, though, my playing's like sort of drastically changed the last month in terms of the technique and how I'm using stuff. So there's a lot more hybrid stuff going on. Cool. All right. So 2 split. I think the thing is I can't really count this last one. It's far too much of a jam. Cool. Have some more of my coffee, I think. So tomorrow we're going to do some more splurging. And the shameless plug as well. Anybody who's interested in being coached in any way. So there is music production coaching. Well, just general music coaching, isn't it? One-to-ones and guitar. It's all good. But get in touch through on the email. So I think my email's in the description. Hey, feels better now. I mean, that's the wonderful thing about doing morning sessions, you know, is that it's just great getting up and then doing your heavy creative lift in the morning. So I've got so much more time for everybody else. You know, I've done, it was awful in the past when I used to, you know, have to go do family stuff, do work, do all that kind of thing, you know. Luckily for me, my work is actually music, but I mean, actually doing my music and then having to wait to the end of the day to do my thing, you know, that was hard work, because by the time I'd get to it, my attention span would be low, I'd be tired and I wouldn't be able to do the thing that I wanted to do. But getting up in the morning and doing it's just brilliant, because I've done my thing, I've done my creative lift, I've been on the live, I've given a bit of love out, and it's all good from there on, isn't it? Cool. So I'll see you all tomorrow morning for some more splurging. Let's see if we can get 2 in. We'll build up into this, yeah? All right then. I mean, it would be nice to have 10 done by the end of the week. Would feel pretty good. All right then. See you all tomorrow.